Hey, it's Mary Ellen. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Today's video is part of a new series that I've been really excited about, and I've been kind of nervous about this too because I'm stepping outside of my usual planner comfort zone and trying something new. If you're still deciding on your planner for 2026 or wondering if a different layout might help you get more done, you're not alone. For years now, I've been using a big happy planner for most of my weekly planning, and it's been such a fun, creative outlet. And I've made it work in a lot of different seasons of my life, but right now, I just been feeling like I need to shift gears. I've got a lot going on, and I really just want my planner to help me stay productive and focused. And I feel like I was so focused on decorating it that I wasn't using it to its full potential. It was still working for me, but I just feel like I need to shake things up a bit in order to try to become more productive because I feel like I'm not doing very well in that department. That doesn't mean I'm walking away from Happy Planner. I love Happy Planner and I'll still be posting Happy Planner content as usual. Especially the spreads I make each month for my patrons, and I'm actually thinking about using one for my creative journal. I just haven't figured out exactly what that's going to look like yet. But for my functional everyday planning, I am open to trying something new this year. So I decided to start a series where I look at a few different planners and give each one a shot. I'll be doing flip throughs and talking through how I might use them in real life and seeing what clicks with me. The first video was Moxie Life, and today I'm going to be showing you Colibri. I've heard really good things about this brand and their paper especially, but I've never seen one in person. So I did reach out to Colibri and ask them if they wouldn't mind sending me a couple of planners. I have a weekly planner here, but I also have this other planner, their daily planner, and I'm going to be showing this to you in a different video where I compare two different daily planners because I want to try to use one for 2026, but we're going to tackle this in a separate video. This is the Works vertical lined planner. It comes in a whole bunch of different covers. I chose this one, which is called Patchwork. I think it's so cute. I love the colors on this. They have 3 sizes. You can either get it in A5 or you can get it in 7x9, which is this one, or 8.5x11, which is the size of a big happy planner. I decided that for my regular weekly planner, I don't need an 8.5x11 if I'm not going to be decorating it much. So I decided on getting the 7x9, and I think it's a good size for me. So not only can you choose your covers and your layout, but you can also choose the spiral color. You can get either silver or gold. I opted for silver. You can get color inside or gray. This one has gray, but my daily planner, I opted for the color option, and they have a whole bunch of different color options, like color palettes that you can choose from. You can also choose either a Sunday or Monday start date for both your monthly and your weekly, and that's separate, so you can make each one separate if you want. You can pick the month that it starts, and you can also personalize your cover with your name or whatever you want. I did not do that, but I did personalize the inside cover, which you can also do with a message, and I'm going to show you that in a second. You can get 15% off your order at Calibri with the code planningwithbumble. The link is down below. I would suggest you go check them out. I'm pretty impressed with this planner. Oh, one more thing. These planners are made in California, and the paper is 100 pound and 148 GSM Mohawk fine paper. The paper is lovely, and I am really particular about my planner paper. I don't know if you guys are. I feel like planners, especially people who watch planning videos, are very particular about their paper in their planners. This cover feels absolutely amazing. It is soft, it's silky kind of. There's an anti-scratch coating on here, and it's also waterproof, which I don't know about you, but for me, that's important because we all know I've spilled things on my planner. Wine incident. Of course, it doesn't help if you spill it on your page, but as I said, you can customize the inside cover. And spoiler alert, you guys, I have customized it with my word of the year for 2026. I don't usually mention my word ahead of time, but my word of the year is structure. There's going to be a video on that probably. This is your name page. By the way, Colibri started as a paper company, and I can see why, because this paper is really, really nice. And it's thick paper, it's really thick. It's really smooth, it's a smooth feeling paper. There's not any texture on it or anything. But it's not as smooth as some of the planner papers I've felt, and we're gonna do a pen test in this as well. So you have your 2026 calendar and your 2027 calendar. Like I said, I got the gray version, but there are tons of colors to customize it. I just didn't want to limit myself to specific colors in my weekly planner. We have a future self page, career, health, and wealth, and a dream it, believe it, see it, which is family, lifestyle, and personal. So these are like goal pages. And then 2026 and 2027 holiday lists. And then you have a birthday tracker here. And of course, you do not need to use it for birthdays. You can customize this for whatever you need. Here's what the dividers look like. There was no option to customize the dividers. That's the only thing, but you could totally sticker this up because this illustration is pretty light. Or you can put color on here, or you can, cover up the whole thing, whatever you need to do. I'll probably just leave it as is. Dividers aren't super important to me anyway. This is what your monthly dashboard page looks like. We have goals and to-do at the top, first, second, and third goals. We have a main focus box and then a long running to-do list down here. I love that there's a to-do list here. I always need lists, and this is really helpful for like a monthly setup. And it's really simplified, and that's what also drew me to this planner. It is really like minimal. It feels simple. It's easy to read. I like the font. I like the way the pages are laid out. You don't have to use these for goals, of course. You could switch these up and use these boxes for whatever you need. This is what your monthly view looks like. Each box is lined. The lines are pretty far apart, so if you have bigger handwriting, that's good for you. I opted for a Sunday start on my monthly because that's what I'm used to. You have a note section over here, and then you see the month before and the month after down here. And whatever's on the month before or after, it's going to be grayed out. We have a monthly budget page. Maybe this will force me to budget, you guys. I don't know. Something tells me it's going to go blank, but I really do feel like I need to budget better, so maybe I will use these. Anyway, we have income, expenses, savings, summary down here. And then you have a page for meal planning before every week. This would be really helpful for someone with a family, with kids at home, or if you're someone who's just trying to get better at nutrition. I think this will be great for you. It's probably what I'm going to be using it for, but you can switch it up. Of course, with any planner, you don't have to use it as intended. So this might be helpful because you have like days of the week here that you can use for anything you wish. These lines in the middle are pretty slight. So if you wanted to just use this for dinners like this, it would be good. Or if you want to, if it's not meal planning, you want to use it for something else, you can write directly across here because, those lines aren't like in your face. They're just grayed out. We have a grocery list here, but of course you can use this for a weekly list of any kind, which is probably what I'll be doing because I just keep a dry erase board in the kitchen with my grocery list, and then I take a picture of it when I go to the store. And a note section down here for anything you need. This is your weekly view. So it's very different from what I'm used to, obviously. I like how simple it is. I like the simple fonts up here. Your holidays are at the top. And then over in the sidebar, you have your month here, and then your week is grayed out. You have a place to track 4 weekly habits, which is great. And then hydration, which would have been one of my weekly habits, but I love this because that is one of my goals that I can never seem to get to. Not get to, but I can never seem to make it work. I can never drink enough water. And having this on my page every week would be really helpful for me. So each day is like one long vertical lined section. Now, if I choose to use this planner, what I will probably be doing is taking like a pen or a highlighter and making this into different sections. I could see like a section for like maybe a smaller section for any plans for the day at the top, and then maybe like a daily list. And then I could even use this for anything else like journaling or, whatever I need. I'd have another extra section down at the bottom. So there's a lot of room. And I'm someone who writes pretty small. So this width doesn't bother me that much. I'm assuming if you get the larger planner, you're obviously going to get larger boxes. But I think this is a good size for me. So this is the best part, I think. after your weekly spread, you get a page of lined paper. Since I've been using Happy Planner for all these years, that's what the Happy Planner lacked for me, was an extra sheet of paper after the week to plan for your next week, or for like a to-do list for the next week, or reflection on your week, or like goal planning or anything. But just having an extra page is so helpful. And I used to put extra pages in my Happy Planner, but I kind of stopped doing that years ago. I just like having another page on the weekly. So this is the same thing, and that goes right into the next week. So let's look at the end of the month. At the end of the month, you just get a weekly spread and then same thing, like a blank page. So you have a lot of lined paper in here, which is so nice. Super flexible for anything you need your planner to be. Okay, so every month is going to be the same. And let's take a look at the back of the planner. And that's where we'll do our pen test too. Oh, wait, there's a lot of section. There's a big section back here with stuff. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so this is the end of December, and now we get into the special pages. Important dates for following 12 months. January through December, so just stuff to remember for the coming year. We have a password tracker here and a context tracker. I probably won't be using these because I use a password app and I just keep my contacts in my phone, but I could see switching these headers up to be something completely different, and I don't know what that would be yet, but I would give that some thought. At the end, you get all these pages of lined paper, which is something I always need, you know, and that's why I'm always adding things into my Happy Planner. And I know, like, I'm not used to using a coil, so not being able to add sheets in is stressful to me. So just the fact that I have all these pages in the back is really, like, I don't know, reassuring in a way, because if I need the paper, it's there. It comes with a set of stickers that are going to match your particular planner. We have birthday, workout, day off, errands, relax, meeting, budget, practice, study, work, vacation, payday, exam. Oh wait, I missed some, didn't I? Yeah, date, night, grocery store, family time, budget. I said that. Order arrives, meal prep, to do, bill due, all that kind of stuff. And it's going to be, like I said, in the colors that like match your cover. And you get a pocket folder in the back. A cute little pocket folder that also matches your cover. And that is that. That's the back cover. I think this is a great little planner. Actually, let's do a pen test right now, because I really want to try writing on this paper. And we're just going to use the last sheet. Okay, let's get some pens out. I'm going to try 𝘠𝘓𝑚𝑜𝑗I 0.38, which is what I usually use for my small writing, or like a shuttle art I use sometimes. I also have a very thick Pigma Micron in size 12. It's a very bold pen. We're going to grab some mild liners and maybe like a Tombow dual brush pen, because those are pens I use all the time. We're going to go bold with this like really dark purple one. And let's test this out. I've been dying to write on this paper to see what it feels like, because every time you write on a planner paper, it feels different. You know what I mean? I'm actually going to use a shuttle art pen as well, because I've been enjoying these lately. Okay, that feels good. How do you describe what it feels like to write on paper? I don't know. But it feels nice. I want to see how these perform, because I'm planning on using like a lot of highlighters in my planner this year. Okay, so let's see what this has done to the other side of the page. Seriously, what? I can't even see where it is. Really? Wow, this paper is great. I should have used the page before this so you could see what it looked like with the page under it. You can see where the Tombow is, but I wouldn't really call that ghosting. It's slight. I can't see the smaller pens at the top at all. But like I said, I can see very faintly the Tombow, but that's a really dark Tombow. Of course, if you color in, like if you color a lot with it, let's put this under it because I don't want it to bleed through. You're probably going to get some bleed through. I mean, maybe not with that. No, not with that. But if you like keep going, however, I would never recommend doing that on a planner because you're just gonna, it's gonna bleed through the other side of the page, especially with ink like this. Let's see if it did. It did not bleed through though. This is really good paper. Like I said, I did get the lined vertical, but it also comes in vertical without lines if you'd prefer that. I almost did that, but I went for the lines. I don't really know why, because I'm usually not like a lined person, but I thought it made sense in this instance. So, but anyway, you can get it without the lines if you want. They also have a horizontal planner. They have the daily, like I told you, I'm going to do mine in another video. They also have academic planners and teacher planners as well. So there are a lot of choices there. It just feels very customizable. This planner is a brand I just heard of this year. And as soon as I heard of it, I kind of looked into it and found that the reviews on this planner are very, very good. And I can see why. It retails for $47.99, which I think is a steal for this kind of planner. Of course, once you start adding things on, your price is going to go up, but this by itself is $47.99. There's also other accessories and add-ons you can get, like this metal stencil that they threw in for me, which is so cute. It has their little hummingbird logo at the top, and then you have dash line, a regular line, some squiggles and stuff, some check boxes and different headers and things. And of course, it can keep your place in your planner. You can purchase extra header stickers. You can also purchase a 12-month sticker set. They look really cute. You could also get a matching notebook in the pattern of your planner, and you can get a matching notepad as well if you'd like. Colibri also sells notebooks and journals and notepads and things. I would encourage you to check out their website. Again, the link is in the description box, and you can use code planningwithbumble to get 15% off your order, which I think is a pretty good deal. And yeah, so this is a strong contender for me. Stay tuned for more videos with other planners I'm considering for 2026. And if you like this type of video, I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel. That helps me, that helps you. So thank you for that. And that's all I have for you today. Let me know in the comments if you've heard of Calibri, have you used Calibri, and also what planner are you using for 2026? I'd like to know. That's it. I hope you guys have a great day and a wonderful week, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.